So too the largest cruise company in the world, the largest leisure company, Carnival Cruises. Now, they've already been running some cruises around the Mediterranean with its AIDA and Costa brands. Now Carnival's desperately trying to take to the high seas once again in the largest market. So the winds are at the back in the Caribbean, where Carnival's Seabourn will soon resume trips for vaccinated passengers, starting in Barbados and visiting 7 other islands. Choppier waters in Europe. The ships are sailing in several countries, P&O and the like, but they face restrictions. For now, it's P&O and Princess Cruises in the UK and can only take on board vaccinated British residents. And calmer US waters with dangers, as Republican governors in Texas and Florida say they won't allow a vaccine requirement. Arnold Donald is the Carnival CEO. He's in New York. Arnold, I hope I gave a fair summary of the situation. But the truth is, are you going to be able to ask your Houston and your Florida passengers, have they been vaccinated?
You know, Richard, first of all, always good to be with you. You gave a fair summary, but you left off Cunard, which will also be sailing in UK coastal waters later this summer, and we're excited about that. We're just happy to be talking about actually resuming cruising with guests. And 8 of our 9 world-leading cruise line brands will, in fact, have some ships sailing by September. Your question on in Florida, we're waiting for clarifications. We're in dialogue with the governor's office. Obviously, Texas joined in with Governor DeSantis's lawsuit on behalf of the people of Florida, et cetera. And so we're waiting for some clarifications there. But we're very optimistic that we'll be able to make certain that we have offerings over time for all of our guests,
right,
for all the guests, and that we will also have Floridians and Texans back at work in the ports, all the people that depend on the cruise industry, and that together we'll find a way forward in this. We're not sailing until July, and so we're optimistic that we'll be able to work with all the interested parties to come up with something that serves the best interests of public health and allows people to have a vacation experience.
Arnold, you are always the consummate diplomat in handling these difficult areas, but we cannot ignore the fact that, you know, you want vaccinated passengers to be able to prove they are vaccinated, and the Florida governor doesn't want you to be able to ask that question.
I think, again, the governor and his staff can speak for their own interests. I think the question here is inclusiveness, that if we are at a state where the community is in great shape in terms of risk of spread of the pandemic, that some people, for whatever reasons, choose not to be vaccinated. And of course, we would encourage, we would encourage everyone to be vaccinated. It's the best protection for themselves and for their loved ones is to be vaccinated. But that is a choice. That's their choice. And my understanding is that, you know, the governor's just looking to be inclusive so that if people chose not to, they're taking a risk onto themselves. The vaccinated person actually is taking very little risk because they're vaccinated. The chances of them having a serious consequence from COVID is pretty much eliminated with the vaccine. So we will serve in the best interest of public health. The reason we're doing vaccinating now is because that's what we can do. That's what the CDC allowed us to do. And so, you know, we are just saying we're offering itineraries where people, if they're vaccinated, can sail. And then we're looking to eventually offer open cruises as well when we can and when it's okay to do so in the various places that we go.
The extraordinary thing is, first of all, that your cash burn in Q1 is better than expected, but that still means you've got more going out than coming in. Hopefully that will adjust as we go throughout the thing. The share price suggests things are getting better, and your forward bookings, I quote you from your thing, forward bookings are accelerating, and they're 90% of last year, obviously, but they're also rivaling and may even be beating 2019.
Absolutely. In terms of forward bookings, we're at the high end of our normal range in terms of bookings, which is Extraordinary just shows the confidence people have in cruising and the desire to cruise. And look, people are anxious to have experiences. People want to travel. They all want to do it safely, but they're ready to do it. And cruise is the best vacation experience there is, and it still remains one of the best vacation values.
How's your investment plans for new ships? I know you had a robust plan, but of course you've got to pay for them now. Do you think you're going to cut back on the demand for new ships? Because, all right, you've got 11 billion in the bank in terms of short-term assets. But is this the time to consolidate, or is this the time ready to expand?
Well, Richard, as we talked before, you're always going to build new ships because they're far more efficient and they allow for better margins and better returns. So yes, we have new ships coming. We have a number of new ships. We're going to welcome the wonderful Carnival Mardi Gras, the new flagship for our Carnival brand, here on Friday in Cape Canaveral. We recently welcomed our new ship for P&O, Iona. We have several new ships coming. Also, the Enchanted Princess earlier this year. Both Iona and Enchanted and Mardi Gras, none of them have sailed guests yet. But we'll have new ships coming. In 24 and 25, we will have fewer new ships across our 9 brands than we normally have in a given year. And that will allow us to accelerate repayment of debt. We had to take on a lot of debt, as you know, to survive this pandemic. And so, but overall, we will continue with new builds. We have many new ships coming for Seabourn. Adventure ships would carry a couple of hundred people with submarines on board. Those ships will be fantastic. And we have other ships in the other brands as well.
Finally, the way in which the company will operate, and I'm not talking about, health comes first, I get that. But in terms of strategic direction, you've obviously taken the opportunity to reform, to restore, to reconstruct, all the sort of things that one does in a crisis. How would you describe it now?
I would say, look, first of all, our highest responsibility, therefore our top priority, always, is compliance, environmental protection, and the health, safety, and well-being of our guests, of the people in the communities that we touch and serve, and of course our Carnival family, and that's our shoreside and shipboard personnel. So that's our foundation. After that, we earn the right to provide unbelievable vacation experiences, exceed guest expectations, and deliver extraordinary returns. What we've done during this pause is we've gotten leaner. We eliminated less efficient vessels. We exited 19 vessels, which gives us a fleet now that's even more robust than prior. We've rationalized a lot of shoreside activities and other activities, so we've become much more efficient. We've enhanced our ability to operate in a compliant way, and we sustain our commitment to environmental protection and our other sustainable efforts. And so while it's been difficult, and we had to raise a lot of money, as you pointed out, over $23.6 billion cumulatively, we've been able to do it and do it well and leave the company in a position, or have the company be in a position to perform well. And you see that somewhat reflected in the market.
I have to, as I say, always the diplomat, I love your description of a year's closing and no sailings as a pause with a raising of 23 billion. But I take on board what you dutifully said. Arnold, always good to see you. Thank you, sir. I appreciate it.
Thank you, Richard. Always a pleasure. Thank you very much.